So, elevator starts. Hier die Videoclip. So, see you later, elevator. I finally made it to the main exhibition where you're paying the money for the ticket. So this is also the story that everything started about mobility with a horse. The white horse, that's what we're calling Schimmel in German. We also use the word Schimmel for mold, but probably not. It's probably not the same everywhere in the entire world. Anyway, here the first thing it was about mobility. There are also some screens, and here is the stuff from 1886, if I'm not mistaken. So this is most likely the Motorkutsche from Gottlieb Daimler. Absolutely fascinating 4-stroke engine, the very first one, and yeah, 4 wheels. So that's how the cars were invented back then in 1886, still by 2 different companies or 2 different guys. Here the 3-wheeler. I've read that this a different system, not a 4-stroke engine, 3-wheeler from Carl Benz. He was located in Mannheim, while Gottlieb Daimler in Stuttgart. Back then it wasn't Mercedes-Benz or Daimler Benz. So here are the inventors, Carl Benz, Gottlieb Daimler, and this here is Wilhelm Maybach. So, but it took them some time to merge all together. Listen to that. So that's the 1-cylinder engine, 4 strokes by Gottlieb Daimler. And here is once again the 3-wheeler. So everything just started in 1886. Actually even earlier. So the Daimler Reitwagen. We have seen this one also in the ground floor. So there's another replica of these, motorized, same as this thing. So this here is just showing that everything was just suddenly getting motorized. So although this thing here, which is going on rails, and then even some small boats, as you can tell here. So this started in 1888, so suddenly there was the Daimler motorboat Marie. Oh, it's a beautiful Marie. Really a beautiful boat. You can see the guys. Very nice. And even engines for going up to the air. This is most likely a predecessor of a helicopter, maybe. Wölfertsches Motor-Luftschiff, so kind of like a Zeppelin. Ah, yeah. Exactly, here you can see it. So there's actually this balloony thingy. And so this is just only where the pilot is sitting. So it's not a helicopter, what I was just guessing. And here, finally, the first car on 3 wheels. The Daimler. Oh, and 4 wheels, I cannot count. It's the Daimler Quadricycle Stahlradwagen from 1889, so this is not the first one. Of course not, I've seen it before. I actually already filmed it. So this is actually really nice, a 2-seater to just go around. Here's another interesting vehicle on rails. This is the Daimler Motor-Waggonet. Was interesting. So you can just notice how engines have suddenly given everyone a new experience to enjoy stuff. So just a little engine and then no steam and everything. Well, steam of course also works. But suddenly you can go anywhere else. So here, this is looking interesting, kind of like a steam locomotive, but this is of course something else. Motor-Feuerspritze, so this is one of the first fire cars. This is something again on two rails, narrow gauge I would say. So you can see here everywhere was the name of Daimler. So these Daimler vehicles were of course really some history. Here also now suddenly we have even a top, so it's a convertible. But this one is from Benz Victoria. So back then it was still two different companies. So here a little look to the other exhibits. I mean, just only walking through quickly. So there should be other reason that you're visiting it and looking at it with your own eyes, of course. And I can also tell you that it's always looking more amazing when you're seeing it in front of you than in a video. So here now back at the Benz Victoria, beautiful vehicle from 1893, and here 1898 Benz Velociped. So this sounds like this has a nice velocity for back in the old days, of course. Two-cylinder engine. Back then nobody was believing that the motorized stuff will really replace horses. So and here Benz Omnibus. So this is the first omnibus, first bus. That's interesting. So this way, interesting. So what do we have here? Also well designed. Probably, oh no, this time it's a Daimler. Daimler Reitwagen, Vis-à-Vis. That's how we were driving back in the late 19th century in Stuttgart. This is again one more. It's a truck, one more vehicle from Daimler. So truck, Motor-Lastwagen. Lastwagen means truck, if you want to say so. Back then, a right-hand drive, as you can tell. Same here. Oh, beautiful. Loving these white wheels. Daimler Motor-Geschäftswagen. So this was the business truck. So you can see this is the first pickup. First pickup by Daimler. So still two different companies, Daimler and Benz. This is looking like a four-seater car. It's the Benz Dos-à-Dos. Maybe I've pronounced it wrong. And you can see, yeah, 4 people. Well, the history of Mercedes-Benz was coming later. So in 1924, they were working together, but the Daimler-Benz company was invented later, or actually registered later. So back in 1926, so almost 100 years ago. So I guess next year there will be a very, very big special here at the museum, I guess.